What is going on, everybody? It is Jamie and welcome to the channel Thiftonfire. Today is mostly going to be an order pull video. Actually got out and sourced a little bit on Saturday. I went to an estate sale, but I didn't really get anything worth making a whole video about. I might show you what I got in the near future. Maybe midweek I'll do a little haul video or something like that. In the meantime, the first part of this video is my Friday and Saturday morning sales. So you see me pull those. I pulled them actually Saturday, but you'll see them in this video. And then I had Saturday, Sunday, Monday morning sales, which I pulled this morning. When I'm filming this, it's a Monday morning. So these are basically just my weekend sales. We got away this weekend to a Halloween event Saturday. Sunday, we went to the Jays' final game, the Blue Jays. You know, we were hoping to see Vladimir Guerrero Jr. get his 200th hit. Not much happened in that game, including no hits for Vladdy. So that was a little bit disappointing, but we did have a really great weekend. And I do think we really had a great weekend worth of sales. So let's get to the order pulling. eBay sale, and we're really just trying to move this hat out here. I had this listed $22, and it was on a 10% off sale, $24. I got offered $15, and I decided to take it. I'll show you why here in a second. I do have it listed. It's a nice wool hat. I was actually American Needle thinking this was going to be a really great one, but somebody's going to need to replace the back snap. So it's a tough sell, to be honest. So it's listed that it's like that. I show pictures of the condition of the snap. So whoever's buying this probably knows that they're going to have to replace the back. So I took 15 bucks on this guy. It also came from that big hat buy where I bought hats by the pound, and I've made my money back over and over and over on that one. So I've got zero cost on that hat, really. So letting it go for $15, definitely okay with that. Let's pull the next order. Another eBay sale. We sold this Roots zip up hoodie. You can see I had it listed for $27. It's a 10% off, so $24.30. I actually accepted an offer of $21 on this guy. I did get it at the Goodwill bins, and this one is just a pretty basic Roots hoodie. Being that I picked it up at the bins, you know, $21 is fine. I typically, most of the Roots hoodies I pick up, I usually get closer to 30. This one's just a little bit basic, so, you know, not surprised that I didn't get a little bit more. But yeah, let me get this one shipped out, and we have another, I think we have a couple more eBay orders. Sold a t-shirt on eBay. It's this Mikey for President's Orange County's Choppers. Okay, so it's a 10% off. It was listed for $24.97. 10% off was $22.45 Canadian, plus shipping, of course. It's supposed to be in the VH bin right here. So this guy, I think I bought wholesale, so I might have paid, I don't know, between $5 to $8, depending. Maybe less than that, but somewhere in that category anyway, or somewhere in that realm, I should say. Right here. Yeah, you can see Mikey's face right there. Okay, so we're going to get this guy shipped out. And then I think we sold a die cast. So I'm going to ship this one out, and then I'm going to have to dig it out of one of these bins down here. All right, also on eBay is this die cast here. So it's a Golden Wheel 1940s Ford pickup die cast, 1/18. Okay, this is a 20% off sale that I'm running. So I had it listed for $35. This got sold for $28 plus $12 shipping. So no problem there with the shipping. I think it's going to be in one of these Facebook Marketplace bins right here. These also came, so I'm selling these for somebody. We're splitting it 50-50 after fees and everything. I don't think it's either one of these. There's a Coca-Cola one there. So let's check out this one down here. Also have some of these in my antique booth. It's not in that one. So where else could have I stored this? Or am I just overlooking it here? It's not that one either. Maybe further down. Nope, it's not that one either. Well, it didn't get too far away, I'm pretty sure. So let me just kind of look around here. I'll see if I can figure out where I put this one, but I'll be right back. So I dug around through some of these bins and kind of went through a little bit of panic, and then I realized, oh yeah, I've got some toys and stuff up here too. This one you can just see, it's got some discoloring right there. It's got a little bit of box condition. Nothing serious though, it just, you know, people are pretty particular though. So I'd say this is discolored. I think it's, you know, I think that's a pretty fair price, 28 bucks for this thing. If it was in better shape, maybe a little bit more money. These things aren't worth as much as they used to be. And like I said, I've mentioned this stuff before. Some of these collectibles, like the piggy banks and stuff like that, I've got a bunch in my booth. It's just a 50-50 split I'm doing with somebody. He had a whole bunch of collectible stuff he's looking to move out. So we're both trying to like just, you know, help each other out a little bit on this one. But happy with the sale. I think next up is going to be a Depop order. A pair of brand new Adidas on Depop here. They are Adidas X900L1. I don't know a lot about them, honestly. They're brand new in box. I did get these from a wholesale buy. $70 US is what I accepted. That's about $94 Canadian plus shipping. Okay, let's go grab these ones. I just delisted them on eBay and relisted them across all platforms. They're right here. You can see that's Canadian. They were originally $119. They're very nice. I just don't know I don't know a lot about these, to be honest. There's no exact brand that's that number. They are Adidas, I think, Bounce, right? They're nice. They're cool. I've had them since the spring. Like I said, I just did a delist, relist, adjusted the price a little bit. Threw them on eBay.com, but they sold on Depop. I'm getting a lot more sales on Depop and Poshmark Canada and US with the delist and relist. eBay, hopefully it picks up still. It's not what I expected yet, but you know, only time will tell. You have to put the work in on eBay for it to pay off. But let's get these guys shipped out. I'm going to jump in with a little bit of self-promotion here. This is the Eh-To-Zed Reseller podcast. John, Reselling with John on YouTube and Instagram, and myself do this podcast. We try to do it every single week. We missed a week here and there. Subscribe on YouTube. We're trying to hit 100 subs before the end of the year. I think we're about 70, high 70s, maybe we just got over 80. I don't know if it says on screen here. 79 currently on YouTube. You can also watch this, or you can also watch and listen to it on Spotify as well. Okay, we're going to jump into the rest of the sales. The rest of the sales I shipped this morning. So if you kind of are looking around the room, outside it's still dark. It was like something like 6:30 a.m. when I started pulling orders this morning. All right, I mentioned to you guys I had my camera in a funky mode. I wound up delisting and relisting these Merrills, and they sold for $45 USD on eBay. Sold a hockey jersey on eBay. This London Knights jersey I had listed for $54 USD. I did take an offer of $40 USD, which is about $54.09 Canadian. It's just on the rack here because I pulled it from the house. I picked this one up at Goodwill. These can be worth more money. This one, really the only issue it has is like it's missing here. There would be like a shoelace or like a skate lace. It's got a few loose threads. I didn't really try to clean it up too much because you can see that there's just a bit of lifting and stuff there. So I thought that was pretty fair. These OHL jerseys always do well for me. I'm going to get this one packed up and shipped out, but also good to see some of the stuff that I've listed on .com start to sell. And you'll see more and more of that here in the future, but we'll get this guy shipped out. Another jersey sale on eBay here. This Marcus Stroman jersey, I had it listed for $45 USD. I accepted $37.50, which is about $50.70 Canadian. Picked this one up also at the Goodwill. The last jersey and this jersey both were about $7, I think $7.79 or something is what they charge for jerseys, but it's right here. Marcus Stroman. Oh, if I don't throw it on the ground, don't want to have to clean it before we pack it up here. Yeah, nice majestic Marcus Stroman jersey. Happy to get 50 bucks out of this guy. Really quick sale too. The guy went back and forth a ton. He started at the end, he was like nickel and diming me, you know, where it's like increasing by 50 cents. And I really didn't think we'd get close enough, but I was pretty happy with this, honestly. Winds up being about $50 Canadian, and I'm more than happy with that. Sold a video game on eBay here. Looks like, so it was $18.90. I already had it on a 10% off offer. Somebody offered me $15. I decided to take it. The actual game is Sega Genesis Beware of the Ultimate Evil of the Warlock. I don't think this one has a manual. It'll be right here. This came in a big video game buyout that I did recently. It was the video games and the Lego and the consoles. I haven't went through the Lego yet. I've just kind of pulled the minifigures out on the Lego so far. But this guy is part of that buy. I didn't pay a ton for everything. I've definitely already made my money back on just the consoles, so the video games are definitely all profit. 15 bucks for this guy. Let's get him shipped out. Sold a pair of shoes on eBay. These Adidas Barricade tennis shoes. I think these are women's. Yeah, women's 9.5. They were listed for $24 USD, so I have moved these to .com. Somebody offered me $18, which is I think $24 Canadian, and they sold. I'm going to show you why these weren't worth more money. The backs right here, pull it apart a little bit. You can see it's starting to come apart there. I think this side is doing very similar. There's a bit of wear. I took pictures so that the buyer was aware of that. Other than that, the shoes are in are in nice condition. This did come from that big shoe buy there, so shoes by the pound. Don't have much into these shoes. Like I said, they would be worth more money, I think, if this, it's not even that bad, but if you didn't point that out, somebody would complain about it for sure. But anyway, $24 Canadian for these, or $18 USD. A video game sale on eBay. It's Dragon Ball Z. I'm not even going to try to pronounce whatever this is, but it's the second one. I had it listed for $39.95 USD, so this has already been listed on .com. I accepted $32 USD, which is about $42 and change Canadian. It should be over here. These are the last ones. I just relisted these ones, so I haven't flipped them back over yet. I think it's this one. This one, the sword on it. Yeah, this guy right here. Just gonna double check here. Yep, this is it. No manual. All right, awesome. Get this one shipped out. I think we have a couple more video game sales. Might as well, we could just pull those right now. Let me just go back to my phone here. There's Harry Potter for the Wii, okay? This one sold for $9 Canadian. Show you right here. Listed for $9, sold for $9. That was 10% off. So we might as well pull Harry Potter. Well, we got video games out here. Right there. Not a lot on this guy, but still, we'll add him to the pile. And I believe there's a second Dragon Ball Z game as well. Let me just get back into my listings. Yeah, it's $14 USD I got for this one. I haven't checked the conversion up, so I will just throw it up on screen for you guys after. But yeah, 14 bucks plus $5 USD for shipping. That'll cover my shipping through Stallion. I think it's a shiny one right here. Okay. It's good for video games. I think I have a t-shirt sale too on eBay, but let's get these ones shipped out first, and then we'll grab the t-shirts. All right, a t-shirt sale on eBay. Just listed this one on US.com as well, so $19.95 USD, which winds up actually being $26.99 Canadian. I've had this for a little bit here. It might even be on top because I listed these while I was away on the weekend. No, it's still going to be in the bin. These shirts, whoops. These shirts here need to go into the bin, but regardless, it should be, if I can get this open in one hand, geez, should be this one right here. Okay, get this guy shipped out. I think I picked this one up just out of Goodwill, but I don't honestly remember, but we'll get it shipped out. And I know we have a couple more orders to pull from, I think, Depop and Poshmark, but just give me a minute and I will get those pulled as well. Made a Depop sale. Now this one, had I listed for $55 Canadian. I typically list on Depop and USD. So what would have happened here is whenever I was cross-listing, I didn't have my VPN on, so it thought I was listing in Canadian dollars. That happens from time to time. It was listed for 55 Canadian. It sold for 44 Canadian, so I accepted an offer. I think I bought this wholesale for probably about 15 bucks. Okay. It's got a little bit of pilling on the back. I don't know if you can see that. Just like little bits. Not too bad though. It's definitely an old jersey. Get this guy shipped out here. It's kind of frustrating sometimes, especially on Depop, because if you don't have a VPN and don't have it on, it just knows that you live in Canada. I do have my address set up in the US, but it's smart enough probably to read your IP address. So you have to be kind of, if you're going to sell on Depop and you are trying to do it all in US dollars, you really, as far as I know anyway, you really need to run a VPN. That's the only way I found that worked. But yeah, anyway, 44 for this guy. Let's get him shipped out. Poshmark sale. Now I picked this up, I think, beginning of summer at the Goodwill bins. It is a vintage Woolridge, okay? It's got horses and dogs on it. It's a wool sweater. I had it listed a little higher. I accepted a best offer, $65. Being that I pulled out of the bins, only into it a couple of dollars. I feel like if I would have hung on to this closer to October, November, December, maybe could have pulled an extra 10 bucks out of this maybe. But happy with the sale regardless. Let's get this guy shipped out. Poshmark.ca sale. Got $45 for this Team Canada hockey jersey. New at tags. Definitely a lower quality one. I believe maybe these were like maybe originally from Walmart or something. That was the best offer. I just looked on eBay. It was listed for 50 Canadian. So I imagine it was listed for 50 Canadian on Poshmark without looking too far. But yeah, it has the tag still. Like I said, I believe this one actually came originally from Walmart. 45 bucks not bad. Definitely picked this one up this past summer at a garage sale. I don't exactly remember, probably 15 to 20 bucks maybe. So that and 45 on Poshmark, pretty happy about it. A couple more Poshmark.ca sales. First off, this Batman hat here. I took an offer of $17 on this one, and I got $15 on this one. I did pre-pull them. Story behind these hats. This one I got for free from our neighbor. So our neighbor at our Spa Tranquility next door, it's a medical supply store. His son had a bunch of hats that they were going to donate, and we wound up with them. There's a bit more to the story, but you know, essentially we got them for free. This here Pepsi hat, I think I picked up at the Goodwill bins. Pretty sure, if not, it came from that great big hat wholesale, hats by the pound. I just don't remember which one it was, but you know, hats, that's typically where they come from. But both Poshmark sales, like I said, 17 and then 15 on this guy. We'll get them shipped out. Another Poshmark sale, and this is a pair of shoes here. We got, these are some Sauconys. We just did a relist with these, $29 USD. You know, I haven't really been listing a ton of new stuff. I've been mixing in a little bit of new stuff with everything, but it's nice to see some of this old stuff sell. Like I said, I have been listing new items as well. It's not as if I've just been relisting old items, but I've been relisting a lot of old items. Minimum 10 to 15 a day. I'm trying to do more than that, but it is pretty tricky to keep everything balanced and continue to, you know, do everything else that I need to do in a day to keep everything, you know, rolling here. But anyway, happy with the sale here. This would have came from the wholesale shoe buy where I bought shoes by the pound. Wouldn't have paid much for these guys. $29. We'll get them shipped out. We're going to move to Poshmark.com. So these are in USD. I haven't checked the conversion yet either in this, in 21 bucks, but I'll throw it up on screen for this particular one. Clothing one bin. Picked this up at the Goodwill bins, so not into it much at all. Should be in here. I think my buddy tossed me this and said, hey, do you like Disney stuff? And I said, I sure do. Whoops, I just threw something. Too much in here. I wonder if it's one of the ones I threw. Essentially, there's a shirt that I want. Attached there, threw one. Well, I actually wound up having to find this one clothing too. I listed it in clothing one. As you see, I pulled that out of there and then quickly realized it wasn't going to be in there. Okay, so I did find the shirt. $21 USD for this guy. We'll get him shipped out. Sold a Tommy Hilfiger sweater on Poshmark.com. Okay, $27 USD is what I got for this. That winds up being $36 in change Canadian. Okay, it's very flag-ish, right? It's got the stars, the blue and the red and the white sleeves. Pretty cool. This is a heavy sweater. I don't think it is wool or anything like that, but yeah, what is it? 100% cotton, so definitely not wool. Nice sweater though. We'll get this guy shipped out. Sold a pair of men's Wrangler jeans on Poshmark.com. $18 USD is about 24 and change roughly Canadian. They should be in the men's jeans bin, as they are men's jeans. Let's see if we can find them in here. Okay. New tags should make it easy to find as well, I would hope. Dig around a little bit. Yeah, Wrangler jeans right there. Just double check all the sizes and all that stuff, but I don't think I have a second pair of brand new tags. Wranglers, 24 bucks for those. Pretty happy about that one. Another pair of jeans also on Poshmark here. Okay, so these are American Eagles, new with tags. $25 USD is about $33 Canadian. I should got these at the Goodwill bins. I watched some guy, should be in jeans one here. I watched the guy pick them up and kind of look them over, and then he was having a conversation with some ladies at the bins. And I could see he was going to throw them back. And then one of the girls said, hey, I think Jamie sells jeans. He tossed them over, and I didn't think twice. Brand new. They're actually still in the bag here. American Eagle jeans. You know, they're not going to sell for crazy money, but why would I leave them there for $3 when I could sell them for $30 online pretty easy? I think I did accept the best offer too. I had them probably listed a little higher than 25 US, but still happy with these as I pulled them out of the Goodwill bins. I just want to remind you guys again, if you haven't already, subscribe to the Eh-To-Zed Reseller podcast. I'd really appreciate it. Like I said, we're trying to hit 100 subs on YouTube before the end of the year. That is my goal anyway. I also want to remind you guys, if you have stuff for sale and it's not selling, definitely you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. You don't have to change platforms and, you know, be all crazy about it, but you should look at your listings, check your prices, see if they're still relevant, look at your listings to see if maybe the title's weird or that maybe some of your item specifics could be better. just play around with the listings, make the stuff you already have sell. That's currently what I'm trying to do. I'm sort of not focusing on sourcing right now. So I don't know, if you don't really like these order pull videos, you're probably going to see a lot of these in the near future on this channel, because that's sort of the content that I'm going to have, to be honest with you. I'm going to do a little bit of educational content, or at least my point of view on things like maybe how to sell on Poshmark.com, how to use cross-border shipping. We might revisit a complete guide to Canadian shipping. I'm not sure. I'll probably do more videos like that than sourcing videos here in the near future, and then a lot more what sold videos just like this one. If you guys like videos like this, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing for more content, and we'll see you guys soon.